What's going on, everybody? My name is Urcelph, and I would like to welcome everyone to the premiere episode, the first installment of the Talk to Yourself podcast. Once again, my name is Urcelph. I am a Houston rap artist, born and raised in Houston, Texas. That's actually where I'm at right now, at the park, Emancipation Park. That's Third Ward, Texas, to be exact. Recording this premiere episode of this podcast that I've been talking about doing for the longest. I've been talking about doing this podcast for probably a year, maybe even two. And I just never did it because I procrastinated. And, even just procrastinate, just getting up and just coming to the park just to walk around. I'll just procrastinate. I'm on a 2-week vacation right now for my job. So I thought, well, why not get out the house, and just enjoy the sun? I mean, that's why it's out there, wherever it's at. That's why it's out there. It's, this air, man. It's enjoying just life, man. It's not all that bad, I often find myself complaining about stuff, and I realize when you just come outside, you realize, man, life is pretty cool, man. Look at this nature and the grass and all that. And I know those who are listening are probably like, what this guy talking about? That's because I'm going to be uploading this also on YouTube. So if you want to watch this, you're more than welcome. And if you're listening to this, that's cool as well, because we're going to talk about a lot of different things. We're going to present a lot of different topics. And I really can't wait just to add more things. Like I said, right now I'm just recording on my cell phone. It's not much, but it's all I could do for now until I'm able to, get some space. That way I can get some nice cameras, all those different type of things, so I can really get this thing on the road. But nonetheless, I want to say thank you to everyone who's been a fan of me. I have a lot of great friends, great family who supported me through everything. And I'm very grateful for them. I'm grateful for everyone who's listening. And if I hadn't said it already, let me go ahead and say it. The mission of this podcast is to change lives one mind at a time. Once again, the mission is to change lives one mind at a time. Why is that? Because I feel like oftentimes, and I'm going to dig more into this over the course of the episodes, but just to get started, give you an idea of some of the things we're going to be discussing. I feel like people really need to understand, just really understand that ultimately, man, your life is truly in your hands, and that you can't blame other people for your problems. You can't blame other people for your mishaps. At the end of the day, this life is yours. See, one reason why my name is Urcelph, because I've gone through a couple of different name changes and stuff like that over the years. But the reason why Urcelph is perfect is because that's what it's all about. It's about starting with you. It's about understanding that everything starts with you. It doesn't start with your parents. It doesn't start with them. It starts with you. Everything in this life begins with you, because you can believe in God whether you don't. I'm not going to, we'll talk about that over the course of time. But no matter what, it still starts with you, because even if you don't believe you'll succeed, then you won't. If you don't believe you're going to succeed, then you won't. If you do believe you will succeed, then you will. Life. One thing I've learned, man, is that life is really not as complicated as we make it out to be. I mean, it's complicated and it's difficult, but it's certainly not as complicated as we think. I think life is actually, when you actually simplify life, you realize, man, life really isn't that bad. I mean, it could always be worse. I don't have much money in my bank account right now. I don't have the greatest job in the world right now. I don't, have all of those things right now. But then you realize, I realized, like, man, but I have air. I'm able to walk around this park instead of being pushed in a wheelchair. I'm able to actually see the trees, the colors, and all of that. I'm able to hear the sounds of the birds or whatever that is. I'm able to just be able to speak and speak in a, in a coherent way. A lot of people can't do that. And a lot of times, and I'm guilty of this, a lot of times I think we just forget that, man, life, like, bro, it's bad, but it can always be worse, man. Like, I don't care what your situation is, it can always be worse. Like, understand something. I'm going to say this real quick and I'm going to close out, but I'm going to start the next episode with this topic. So I guess this is kind of a cliffhanger. But I wanted to say, man, that your problems are not as bad as you make them out to be. In no way, shape, or form will I ever make light of your problems, but you have to understand that even with those problems, there's someone out there right now who got it much worse than you do. There's someone out there right now who would love to be in your shoes right now. There's someone who would love to just be able to have a place to sleep. You got a place to sleep. It's the little things that we look over. And that's what I'm starting to realize now, folks. I'm 28 years old. Life is going fast. And just as of not even that long ago, I truly began to start to appreciate the little things, man. Like I said, just being able to walk around, okay, think about this. Even if you're watching this, you should be grateful for that. Not because you're watching this, but because you at least have the vision to see something. If you're listening to this, you should be grateful that you have the ears to listen to this, or whoever you're listening to. It doesn't matter. Those little things, man. And I'm starting to learn to just wake up with gratitude in my heart, man. The first thing I do, what I'm learning to do now, as soon as I wake up in the morning, just be grateful. I survived another morning. Because there's someone out there right now who wish they woke up, which means I'm ahead of the game. If 999 people died and I'm the 1,000 and I woke up, I need to be grateful for that. And not just say that I'm grateful, but actually act like I'm grateful, which means putting in work, not wasting time, because time is precious. And man, we see so many people, children even, who get killed and murdered. I'm 28 years old, like, man, I've lived longer than so many people who look just like me. And I'm up here complaining? Nah, man, I should be maintaining and gaining traction and develop a passion and start with this rapping and leave no satisfaction for anybody who thought they was going to see me fall down flat on my face. Because they don't understand what it takes for me to eat this food off my plate with this instrumental that I'm using on my mental. See, that's just what I do sometimes. You know, sometimes I spit 2 rhymes. Okay, I'll stop. But I just want to say, man, that's what it is, man. And over time, we're going to go over more things, man. Like I said, this is just the beginning. Man, I'm going to get so much equipment and just everything. So this is only the beginning. This is not even a small scope of what I eventually want to turn this into. And with your help, people who are listening, and whether you're a current listener or a future listener, I appreciate it. Even if it's just negative feedback, all right, I appreciate that too. Hey, something is something. I can always build on something, because when you're a creator, you can always build on top of something. So it doesn't matter. You know, people, I'm going to say this real quick. People will say things like, oh, you know, I don't have the things to get things done. I'm saying, but you have a mind. You're unlimited. You are a creator, which means you can create anything out of nothing, because you were made from nothing. And you are here, which means you have the power to create over there. You see what I mean? The power is already inside of us. And that's why, again, the name is Urcelph, because it starts with self. It starts with me. It starts with you. It starts with your mother, your father, your brother, your sister, whoever it is, man. It's a lifestyle. It's about, man, accountability and having self-discipline, things I'm learning right now. So don't get it twisted. I'm no finished product about to sit up here and preach to you and make it sound like I haven't, you know, done the same things or experienced the same things. But it's about everyone just learning. And I feel like another reason why I call it Talk to Yourself is because I feel like I am talking to myself when I say these things, because you have to manifest and convince yourself that, yo, you can make this happen. So it's like I'm speaking into a mirror right now. I actually recommend everyone do this, honestly, and just not necessarily a podcast, but really just manifest their desires, talking to the camera. We got all these cell phones. Might as well do something smart with it and really talk yourself into existence. Don't just think yourself into existence. Don't just pray your way into existence, but act your way into existence. Get out there and make something happen. That's what I'm attempting to do. And I feel like with everyone, we're all going to do it. It's going to be a journey, man. It's a long journey. This is just the beginning. This is the first seed of many seeds I'm going to plant. And I ain't talking about kids. Though I want to have kids, but not right now. I'm talking about planting seeds like all over there. For those who are watching, and all over there. And eventually grow money trees. But not just money trees so I can have money, but so that I can help other people and put other people in position. Because I'm going to say this last thing. This is my last point for real. My success, and this is what I'm starting to learn now. My success is not really based on what I do. My success is, man, what can I do for other people? See, for a long time, even up until a couple of months ago, my whole thing was, man, I just want to be the biggest rapper in the world and rap, yada, yada, yada. But then it came into, wait a minute. I don't have to just be a great lyricist or a great rapper. I can go out here and actually help people and serve the people right now. Because a lot of times I think that we think we need a certain amount of money to help people. But understand something. It doesn't take money to give someone value. even with no money in your bank account, you can give someone value. You know how many times I've had homeless people give me some just great knowledge, great wisdom, and I'm talking homeless people who didn't have shoes on their feet, giving me jewels that I still remember to this day. Let me just share one real quick. One time this homeless guy said, I was working at Kroger. I forgot what he said. I forgot his name. But he said, adversity, he said, ABC, adversity builds character. I had never heard that before. This is a homeless man who had nothing telling me adversity builds character. And I had more to get. I thought I had more to give than he did. Turns out he had more to give. He had more wisdom, more knowledge, more understanding than I did. And so even, what was that, 10 years ago, I still remember that. So again, it's about just getting out here and making things happen. So I'm going to go ahead and close this episode out. Thank you to everyone. Again, if you have any questions, comments, or just recommendations on what I can do to make this thing, I'm talking the best thing in the world, man, let me know. Send me an email at Urcelph, Urcelph, at gmail.com. At the same time, you can follow me on Twitter at Urcelph, Urcelph. The same thing with Instagram. I might create a separate Snapchat account. I'm not sure yet, but that's definitely my social media. Follow me, man. Let me know what's going on. We can talk about things. Maybe you can send in a question, whatever, man. I really want to make this a true community and just really express things freely without all the political nonsense going on in the world. Just make it authentic and real. So I want to say thank you to everyone. Again, if you don't know, my name is Urcelph, and the motto is to change lives one mind at a time. Peace.